Hello, I'm glad you could take the time to watch this video. Maybe it'll allow you to better interact with the system, improve your grade, and have a less hard time of anatomy and physiology. So that's why I made the system, is to make students' lives easier, because I think that one of the critical problems is just trying to retain information, particularly in a class like anatomy and physiology. I thought this would be really helpful for people. So I was talking with some other people and showing them the system the other day, and I was kind of actually doing some trials for them, some practices, and they were saying that, you know, my commenting on what I was thinking about when I was doing it was very helpful to them, because it really showed them how, you know, you can use this as a tool to learn new things and integrate information. It's not just rote repetition. It can be if you don't think about what the responses are and just try to memorize things. Of course, that won't really help when you get to the test, and so it doesn't make much sense. And so hopefully you can see this other way to do things, and the system will be a little more useful to you. So with that said, let me go ahead and show you that demonstration. I already started a little bit of chapter 5, and so I'm going to continue with chapter 5, a test unit I put together earlier. This is the same as chapter 5 in your class, of course, or your classes. It's just that this is one I made just solely to work on this video. The study of tissues will assist later discussions. I remember this one from earlier. So was it 5? Okay, I put continually the first time, and it was continuous. That's one, you know, annoying thing about the system, is that it's not good with synonyms yet. We're working on that. The cell blank of certain other cells, such as those in the heart muscle, are interconnected by tubular channels. Pretty sure that's, well, could be bodies. I'm going to say membranes, though. Yeah. Yeah, discussions. Connect their membranes. It's blank blank that connect their membranes. I don't know. Intercellular junctions. Okay, a junction is like something between two things, and so it's the junctions between the cells, and these are connecting the membranes. Actually, tight junk. It looks like tight junctions, just. The study of tissues will assist understanding later discussions of the physical physiology, right? That one should be easy to remember. In one type of intercellular, called a tight junction, intercellular junction, convergent fuse, that would be tight. Many other cell types, however, are tightly packed with a structure called intercellular junctions that connect there. I'm thinking it's those cellular membranes. Cell membranes, that problem with synonyms again. Usually those only catch you once, fortunately, and the system really is about repetition, though it is on our list of things to do. Contributions to biology. This one came up earlier. Homeostasis. Oh, right, because organs are related to more homeostasis. It's more specific because they keep everything in order. at the same level. Now blank of certain other cells. Cell membranes. Yes. Another type of intercellular junction called desmo. Oh, I think that's a technical term. I don't know. Desmosome. If I'd read the chapter more carefully, I might get it. Okay, so it's like a rivet. Desmosome. Blank typically joins cells that form sheet-like layers, such as those that line the inside of the digestive tract. I don't know. Tight junctions. Oh, okay, that makes sense. Packed together. That's how they can form a sheet. Intercellular junction. Called a tight junction. Sounds a little like a desmosome. Called the desmosome. Cells that divide blank include epithelial cells. Okay, that's the continuously. Because I remember that the cells of the skin do that. These other cells, yeah. Tight junctions typically join cells that form sheet-like layers, such as those that line the inside of the digestive tract. Tissues are three-dimensional structures. So dimensional structures. Many other cell types, however, are tightly packed. The structures called blank that connect their cell membranes. Can't remember. Intercellular junctions. Oh, okay, it's so generic, it was hard to remember. Tight junctions typically join cells that form sheet-like blank layers. Epithelium covers the body surface and organs, forms the inner lining of body cavities. The cells blank cells of different blank very greatly. Organs maybe? It seems like organs. Different tissues. Okay, tissues. Organs are composed of tissues. Yeah, I suppose that makes more sense. Tissues, that is. Later discussions of the physiology. That one from before. Physiology of organs. The cell membranes of certain other cells, such as those in heart muscle and muscle of the digestive tract, are interconnected by tubular channels called gap junctions. Because we've been calling these things junctions. Oh, yeah, I spelled it wrong. Local blank indicate where in the body that particular tissue might be found. Not sure. Locator icons. I guess I needed to read the chapter to figure that one out. Unless it builds it up later. These channels link the cytoplasm of adjacent cells and allow ions to choose. Yeah, that seems to make sense. A blank of certain other cells, such as those in heart muscle and muscle of the digestive tract. Intercellular junctions, the cell membranes. Yeah, the junctions aren't connected by tubular channels. The junctions are the tubular channels. And it's the membranes that are connected by the channels or the junctions. Unintuitive, the channels or junctions. Anyhow, next item. Epith covers the body surface and organs. Epithelium, if I remember from the chapter, if I had read it. Tight junctions typically join cells that form blank, such as those that line the inside of the digestive tract. That's the layers. Form layered sheets, sheet-like layers. Like layers. That's a pretty hard synonym for a computer to figure out. The study of tissues will assist understanding in later discussions of the physiology of organs and their contribution to homeostasis, body regulation of itself. Cells are divided continuously from the epithelial cells of the skin and inner lining of the digestive tract. I remember this one from before, yeah, because all these different areas are places where you have the continuous division. The cell membranes of certain other cells, such as those in heart muscle and muscle of the digestive tract, are I remember this one, tubular channels called gap junctions. That's just what they're called. I don't know why you call a channel a junction. Unintuitive to me. I bet you looking at some of the pictures in the textbook would help think about this one a bit. Tissues are three-dimensional structures. Yes, okay, the cells of blank vary greatly in their ability to divide. Different tissues. Yes, cells that divide continuously include the epithelial layer of the skin, epithelial layer, epithelial cells. It always has a free surface exposed to the outside or exposed internally to an open space. That one is one that hopefully will get filtered out before you students see it, because it's pretty ambiguous. We can remember it, of course, so that we can continue with the practice. But ones like that are, part of the development effort of us trying to improve this. And we do thank you for your participation on that. With that said, this is kind of getting a little repetitive. Of course, that repetition is exactly why we want it too. But I mean, you're seeing what I'm doing, hopefully, thinking about these, trying to connect them with my prior knowledge so that I really make sense of the answer and can then replicate it in a way where I'm really remembering what the meaning was and not just the word to type. So I'm going to go home here and just show you one more thing. You can, of course, do this without typing. Just turn on the speech recognition here and then turn on the feedback probably. You can have it read everything, but I like to have it only read the feedback. And then we'll go back into that same practice. Select all the items again. Takes a minute here for the initialization. Hello? Speech recognition. There it goes. Desmosome.
Correct.
Epithelial cells.
Correct.
Skip.
Incorrect. The correct answer is simple squamous epithelium.
Mm-hmm. Simple squamous epithelium. Epithelium?
Correct.
Intercellular junction.
Correct.
Physiology.
Correct.
I don't know. Skip. Skip.
Incorrect. The correct answer is locator icons.
Internally.
Correct.
Cell membranes.
Correct.
Description. Skip.
Incorrect. The correct answer is dispersions.
Connective tissue progenitor cells that form blood cells in. Skip.
Incorrect. The correct answer is red bone marrow.
Oh. Didn't read that very carefully before. Gap junctions? No, it's tight junctions.
Incorrect. The correct answer is tight junctions.
In these casings? Casings? Skip.
Incorrect. The correct answer is cavities.
Mm-hmm. Okay, well, you get the idea. The system is not perfect, but we hope that it's going to be very useful for a lot of people.